Welcome, fellow travelers. My name is SticQeno, and I'm joining Chibi and Vertec at the Golden Feather. Come on in, grab a seat, and let's share tales of adventure.
But of course, the most important topic today is our bard, actual bard, SticQeno.
See, so listen, you guys have the series going, like I was just saying. Listen, I think I might have inspired this for you guys. And all I want, Vertic, I was just saying this, all I want is like a 50% cut of the revenue. That's all I need.
Oh, that's a bargain. That's a bargain, absolutely.
Yeah, I might even bring it down to 45 or 40%, honestly.
So is that going to go all the way back to like when we first met you? Like going that far? Is there back pay? Because I gotta say, there's more bills than revenue. So there's more bills than revenue. So we'll send you a bill for the money due for the profit
I think there
sharing.
should be some retroactive pay. I think you guys give me the retroactive pay and you give me your spot in the Alpha 2 testing because you guys are both PI. So I mean, listen, man, if honestly, anyone that's in PI, you guys are loaded. I know you guys are loaded. So I mean, yeah.
Dirk
Man,
says,
if only
wow,
I
so
knew that.
generous, Q. Oh my gosh. He is the real life bard. For those that don't know, actually, and I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. What can you share about what you and I have been working on?
What can I share? So about almost a year ago, I guess. Yeah, about a year ago, I decided it's kind of corny, but I mean, whatever, right? So Ashes fans, we know that Ashes of Creation, every Friday, they do a fan Friday. And I was like, yo, I tweeted at them. I was like, dog, what can I do to be featured? I was like, you know what if I made an entire album? Would you guys love me enough to feature me on a fan Friday? You know what I'm saying? And they were like, yeah, let's hear it. I was like, word. So I was like, you know what? I went off and I created an entire album, and I hit up my good friend Chibi, and she is the narrator for the album. Now, I understand a lot of MMO players might not be into rap. It's completely fine. It's not what you think. I'm not telling the dwarves and the Tonar to drop the booty low. I'm not doing any of that. It's like conscious rap focused in the world of Vera, right? So I have the first song out. The first song of the album is called Divine Gateway. If you've been following Ashes, you should know what a Divine Gateway is, right? It's the portal that we enter as we come through Vera. So yeah, and that album is releasing on June 27th, and yeah.
And for those that have not heard it yet, you can go bookmark this or put this in a tab somewhere and check it out, because it was very fun working with SticQeno on it. So very excited for you guys to have everything. No Tolnar booty low. No Tolnar booty low. We need some back in Renke gangster.
Yeah, right? Can you imagine? East Coast side of the map versus like West Coast side of the map. It's gonna be some good stuff,
Fantastic says that's a shame because my Tolnar got back. Oh, gosh. Okay, well, on a different note, tell us about Memorandum. Memorandum, as you know, is a part of our topic title today. But what is Memorandum?
Oh man, I'm so glad that you asked. So Memorandum is the guild that I created going into Ashes of Creation. And what specifically do you want to know about Memorandum?
Well, let's see. If you focus on any certain type of content type, like PvE, PvX, like things, and like maybe how big or small you're intending to be, and then anything else that kind of might set you apart from other guilds.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess like the entire inception of it and just how it came to be is already different from other guilds. A lot of guilds right now in Ashes of Creation, dude, I remember being in Alpha 1, and I brought this up to a few of my guildies. Dude, like, there were people like posting in the Ashes Discord. It's like, you must be playing 80 hours a week. We're taking over this, that, and the third. So my whole like shtick on YouTube and even coming to Ashes of being a content creator for Ashes was that, I'm going to be king of the MMO players. It's like a one-off of Luffy from One Piece, right? Guy who's like never been a pirate, knows nothing about being a pirate, but he's going to go out there and do it. I don't have a lot of experience in the MMO genre, right? Like, I've played MMOs, but not a ton. And, you know, Ashes is the first game that I want to really do that with.
Yeah.
So I could have, and I've had people reach out to me and be like, hey, like, do you want to join our guild? You know, like, we love your content. You know, we would love to kind of have that partnership, X, Y, and Z. And it makes sense. Like, on paper, it makes a ton of sense, because why would someone who's never ran a guild or have any experience guild leading choose to do that? Everyone I've talked to, every single last person, every creator, everyone, they're like, yo, Q, it's literally like a second job. It's a second job, right? How are you going to do that? How are you going to create? How are you going to do X, Y, and Z? But I just look at it like a challenge. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, for me, I don't feel like my story or my experience would be what I really want it to be if I just joined a guild. You know what I'm saying? It means so much more to me that I create something and there are people that come along with me, right? And I'm very, very open and honest with the people that join. I'm like, look, you know, I'm a creator. There's a lot of time that I don't have, that I understand that, you know, we're gonna need in the guilds. I am looking for people to help me out with that. I don't have any experience, you know, leading, but I am willing to work and get better, right? So obviously, and on paper, it doesn't make sense. Why would I do this? But there are people that believe in the cause and, you know, what we're about, right? Honestly, the people that are here, man, like, shout out to Fade, Shadow, you know, like Vice, like everyone, my guy Gank, like everyone, you know, like, they just kind of want to clap stuff, and I love it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, they're like, you know, we're gonna take over. We're gonna do what needs to be done, and we're just happy to be here. And I really respect that, right? Because, like, just like growing up, seeing people play MMOs, seeing people be good at MMOs, have these great guilds, they have those people that they have that bond with, right? And I see how I'm forming that right now. So it's really cool. So right now, like, we are a smaller guild, you know, but we are growing, right? Which is really, really cool.
I like that very much.
Thank you.
Smaller guild, fewer people underestimate you, right?
Yeah, and I have no doubt
I'm here to break things.
I have no doubt that we'll grow. I mean, I don't want it to be like a, you know, 10,000 person guild or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? I genuinely do like the smaller numbers, because it's like we have that community feel. You know what I'm saying? So we feel much closer, right? But the main thing with Memorandum is just, I want people who want to play Ashes. I know it's like, well, what do you mean? But no, I want people who are going to be playing, like, the way there have been so many creators in the Ashes space, like, killing it with no content. And I say this to you guys all the time, like you, Rive, Richie, like everyone that's just like consistently like dropping videos, even though there's no content. Though the players that are gonna play throughout the lulls, when, you know, because we're gonna have our version of a bad DLC. We're gonna have a period where it's dry. But I want the people who want to push through that, you know what I'm saying, who are playing, who are like, you know what, I'm not going to take a break. I'm going to fight through it. I might not be playing a ton, but I'm still going to be here, and we're still going to make sure that we're effective as a team, right? So that's what I'm looking for, just that consistency.
He's going to be right there with us with his walking stick going, I remember back in the slow build up to Alpha 2. Oh, you kids don't know about that.
Man.
A 6-month drought of low patching. Dude. That's nothing.
And it's not right. And like that sounds funny, but like, that's what I want. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I've played a lot of games where it's like, all right, I'm going to take a break. I'll come back when it's X, Y, and Z, when it's better. But I don't want to do that. I want to see something all the way through. Right. Yeah, and I think that's why Ashes is so great for someone like me, at least, because it's like, it's a fresh start. You're not hopping in like, you know, 3 DLCs or 3 expansions in. It's like you get to see it from its inception, and now it's like you have that choice to either stay with it or kind of get off, you know.
So how's that going to feel for you, do you think? If you know how, like, you were just talking about jumping into a game like 3 expansions in, and you always have to look up the guides on, okay, how do I get caught up without missing good stuff? Like, what's the stuff I can skip to catch up to my friends? Because there's 900,000 hours worth of questing at this point. How's it going to feel shifting from doing that with all the popular games and all the big games to suddenly people can be looking up your guides and your videos on all the good stuff to get?
Oh man, true. I mean, dude, I have no idea, to be honest with you. Honestly, man, I really try not to even like look at it like that. I've said this for years since I've been here, but my biggest thing with just creating, I just want to aid the actual creation community, right? So it's like, my videos have a different flavor than most of the creators in this space. You know, I try to take, and this isn't a slight on anyone, but I purposely try to make my videos like, I don't want to say more unique, but I guess like a slightly more creative. Like, this is exactly why I'm creating an album. You know what I'm saying? Because I know, I'm like, chances are of someone else doing this are pretty low, right? So I just want to aid however I can in the community, right? And if that's making like great bard videos, which I plan on doing, right? I want to do cool videos like that. I want you guys to own your tavern, and I want to show up and I want to perform. You know, I want to do a bard build video, right? I genuinely want to be one of the best, if not the best bard in Vera, you know.
You heard it here first. Number one bard, apparently leading the number one rogues. So it can be an interesting troop.
Interesting. Yeah. Definitely. I agree with that. In a good way. But yeah, aside from that, I was gonna wonder, I mean, clearly you've been asking for Bard for 2 months now.
Oh man.
I think every time I've watched your videos as we're leading up to the next live stream, you're like, Steve, can we please have Bard Showcase?
Yes.
Can we please have Bard Showcase?
Yeah.
What is one thing about Bard that you are most anticipating?
One thing about the bard that I'm anticipating, well, it's gonna sound like pretty dumb, but I really just want to see like what their buffs are. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually about to do a video on this, right? But I really want to see how viable they are. So what I mean by that is, we know that Ashes has a rock, paper, scissors, right? So you have your rock, you have your paper, you have your scissors. And we know that's tank, that's cleric, and then that is damage, right? So where does Bard fit in there, right? And we know it's support, but we have a Bard. Now, can groups perform well without a Bard? Or are groups always going to need a bard? So it's kind of like this like weird Twilight Zone type of thing. So that's what I really want to see. Where do they fit in? How viable are they? You can't do a freaking raid, or you can't do a raid, you can't do a dungeon without a tank, right? So it's like, is that the same case for the bard? And I don't think it will be, but that's just my thought process.
All I can say is I could have used you during the node testing because I kept running out of mana. So having a bard there would have been so helpful.
There's nothing I can do about it. We need to talk to Steven.
I know. Come on, Steven.
He's withholding it from us.
We need a bard, please.
Unacceptable.
Also, real quick, thank you, Synderix and Phoenix Fire, for the resubs. We really appreciate that. Cheers and huzzah. Welcome, Think Nasty, to the patronship, or the adventureship. I think patrons for subscribers, adventures for followers. So either way, welcome in.
Welcome to the tavern. Pull up a chair.
But honestly, that's one thing that a lot of people have been asking me lately, and I'm sure you're also growing like antsy about it, about the official content creator program.
Yeah.
Now I think this is a slight like conversation / theory craft, but I think if you are an official content creator, you get access to the alpha, I think, because you're an official content creator. Am I wrong? I'm gonna look that up. But wouldn't that be cool if it's not the case? Wouldn't it be cool? And also, yes, Skink, I am.
It would make sense. It really would. If once they announce the content creator thing, it would make sense if they gave them access to whatever testing sessions are up after that. You know.
I think.
Yeah.
I think that is the most logical thing, right? Because we know that they want select people, right? We all know Maggie's like, if you're making consistent content, right? And so like,
Yeah.
what does that mean? 1 month, 2 months, a year? Like, what are we getting at? So
What
I
are we
think
looking at there? Yeah.
if they deem you, I don't want to say like if they deem you worthy, but if they deem you worthy, I think they're going to do everything in their power to make sure you have everything you need to continue to invest in their product. You get what I'm saying? Because from their point of view, and this is, I'm not saying they're using us, but in a way, like it's a business relationship. They like that you're representing their product, so they want to do something great for you. Sorry.
No, sorry, there was a hype train incoming.
Yeah,
Thank you,
train
Geek,
just
for
rolled on in.
the sub. Appreciate that. Welcome
Thank
to being a
you.
patron.
Cheers.
That's what I was owing. But yeah, online it says access to all private NDA testing and public testing phases for their official content creator program.
Yeah.
So I remembered correctly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is a symbiotic relationship. And to your point, a lot of content creators need the game out to be able to make their content, kind of thing, right? If you make guides and there's no game to make a guide on,
yeah, it'd be awkward.
Guides.
Yeah,
it'd be awkward to be a content creator and not being able to get in the testing
to actually play.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Like, so content for today, we're gonna watch Q play. So let's go ahead and pull up his stream real quick, and I'll do some live commentary. We'll analyze it after, and I'll put the video up on YouTube. Ready, set, go.
There you go. Oh my gosh. But okay, what race are you going to play? Since they're asking me if I'm playing Pyre, have you chosen which race you're going to play?
So again, I'm kind of a tryhard in this aspect. I want to see if we're going to have some racial buffs. And I'm pretty sure we will. I'm pretty sure I read it a while ago.
I think we are, yeah.
Yeah, so I want to see what's going to be the best for the bard. And I could see either like a human or an elf, right? Right now, I'm set on Empyrean. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But if there's another race, listen, I'll do anything besides a Vec. It's not happening, dude. It's just not happening.
Aww,
I'm sorry.
poor Vertec.
I love you.
Solo Vec.
I'm just not doing it. I'm just not doing it. Right? And then next to the dwarves, they can kick rocks too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I knew there was something wrong with you. I just couldn't quite pinpoint it until today, until this moment right here, right now. Oh my gosh. I'm heartbroken.
All jokes aside, right, if they do give a racial buff to the Vec for a bard, it's like, all right, then like I'll probably bite the bullet because I want to be a great bard that bad. Right.
What if Vec is the best bard?
So that's what I'm saying, right? So yeah. I will put, don't clip this. I will put my stereotypes aside. You know what I'm saying? I'll do it. You know, if you want to say my racism, right, against the Vec, I'll put it aside to be the best.
Don't clip it. He means clip it, please.
No. Can you imagine? But no, honestly, it's like, whatever is the best, you know what I'm saying? Whatever is the best, whatever is going to help me be more optimal, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think like we're all going to have alts in the future and everything, right? But
yeah,
at my first character, I want them to be like perfect, right? I want the racial buffs. I want as much damage as I can get. I want to do everything.
Min-max it.
Yeah. I as much as possible, because chances are that's going to be the main character that I'm just playing throughout my time in Ashes. I'm sure I'll have alts, but you know, I think when you have alts, you still have like that one main character that you play the most, you know? Yeah. So, and I want that character to be that, right?
I could see that, absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's basically going to be me too. First character is going to be the one. I mean, I'm going to be speed running the leveling. I'm going to be doing all the things with him. It's going to be the most min maxed. That's going to be my Vertec tank.
Yep.
That's it. And then the characters after, the ones I'm going to mess around with and toy with, and they're going to be my fun characters. The ones I take my time leveling, read every line of text. You know,
there you go.
Hunt down all the shiny things ever, just because.
Wipe out all the Vec. Yep. You know, I'm going to do that too.
Oh my gosh.
There's a
you make me sad.
happening in front of me.
Not sad for the Vec, but sad for you. Sad for you, my friend. Me,
oh no,
brother! I'm playing a flute. There's no way you feel threatened by me.
No, I didn't say threatened. I said sad. Sad. Your heart will not be full of Vecian love.
Oh man.
Oh gosh, you guys are funny. All right. Well, on that note,